Y'all, we are so back. I am just feeling so good in so many more ways than one. And yes, my hair being done has a lot to do with it. And it's not for the reasons that you think. Because listen, I love my natural hair, but it was just getting to the point where I wasn't being as intentional and slash creative with my hairstyles. And then I really just want something where I have no excuses but to get up and go, to get up and be ready, to get up and be cute. So here we are. Today is Wednesday. It is February 11th and 11th? Is today the 10th? Why is my camera moving? Hold on. Okay, clearly we're due for a new tripod, but yeah, I'm really excited because I've kind of, I can't even say that I've been in a content slump because it's been the exact opposite where I'm in the midst of a rebrand okay. You know what? We just gonna let the camera slide today. What do you want from me?
What more do you want from me?
We're just gonna hold the tripod at this point. This be the enemy trying to stop me. I'm just in this space of rebranding and really just refocusing as a creator in the way that we're working smarter and not working harder. So a lot of that has been me returning to fashion, returning to sharing my everyday looks. Really the basis of how I started in being able to first express myself through fashion. So I'm planning to do a shoot day this week, hopefully on Friday. Friday morning specifically is what I'm planning for because I do have plans in the afternoon. Yeah, I'm actually very excited. I feel like I know, because it's gonna be my 1000th post. So basically that is kind of the basis even of kind of where this energy is coming from in a sense, just knowing that it's like, okay, like granted, I love content creation, I love posting, but with this about to be my 1000th post on Instagram specifically, like it's time to reap the benefits. That said, I'm planning to do a shoot specifically for that where it's gonna be like a very like well thought out, well planned shoot. Today on my walk I was able to kind of scout location. I'm gonna start trying to pick out my outfits now and I'll tune in with y'all in a little bit. It is a few hours later and number one, I did not bring y'all along when I was going through the shoot day outfits, but sometimes I just need that little alone time in the closet, you know what I mean? But yeah, I put together like a few looks, we're getting there, but truly I like being able to like actually wear the clothes and I didn't feel like showering in the moment. I still don't feel like showering now, but I feel like my body is literally telling me to shower and wind down and relax, but I clearly have a hard time doing that. What I do think is that I'm gonna go ahead and put some chicken in the air fryer because technically I only had breakfast and lunch today, just a late lunch. I still have a little bit of leftover salad from earlier, so I'm gonna eat the salad with the chicken. I done brought my hairline middle part to TikTok and the girlies are saying that like, yeah, it is off center, but it doesn't look bad, it looks good, da-da-da. But I know myself, if I paid for something and if I'm still thinking about it, like it's literally giving me like anxiety to be like, I want it to be perfect. So I texted the braider to see when I can come in for her to fix it. I literally like highlighted too that I'm like, yeah, I want it to come from like here down there. I want it to be centered. So we'll see what she says. And fingers crossed that she gets back to me saying that, hey, I can do it today, meaning Thursday, because I want to shoot content on Friday. I already told you guys. Granted, I could shoot on Saturday as well too. I actually could shoot on Saturday, but it's just the fact that my period is supposed to come on Saturday. Saturday is also Valentine's Day, and tomorrow I'm gonna get my nails done, so just a timing thing. But said all that to say, I'm gonna bow out for the night because I don't feel like recording, I'm not gonna lie. Y'all know what it looks like to cook some chicken, but I'll check in with you tomorrow and keep you updated on this braiding fiasco slash my journey to my first shoot day of 2026.
And we receive so much messaging that keeps us small, that tells us that it's okay to accept less and to not want the things that we want. And I'm here to say, actually, we can have the things that we want and we can want the things that we want out loud. And that doesn't mean that we don't move from a place of gratitude, because I do think it's very important to be where your feet are and to have an attitude of gratitude in everything you do. And wanting more doesn't make you any less grateful for what you have. So let's get after it.
So we just got a letter, a few letters in the form of packages. Y'all, when I tell you that God don't play about me, I feel like this is exactly what I needed today because I was just feeling kind of forgotten about in the content space, just in the way that it feels like I'm putting out so much and it's like I'm reaching out to so many brands and it kind of feels that I'm not really being like recognized. And granted, obviously I am, but I feel like more so in the way of like, you know, just in doing outreach. I feel like just with pitching in general, pitching is a long game. I feel like there's certain brands who I've been pitching to for years. There's some brands that have come out the blue and have been able to go ahead and gift me items that I'm really appreciative of. Specifically last night, I literally had the realization, I'm like, yeah, no, something's gotta give. I was up really late just crafting a few pitches and doing all the things, and really thought to myself that I'm like, this is really the time for me to turn it up. And then today, to see that I have not one, not two, but 3 whole PR packages, I really just feel like God heard me in that moment last night and just ordained for these things to come my way. And I'm just really excited. So this first one is from Thyers, which is great because I'm actually one of their ambassadors, but I just haven't like officially like done anything with them as of yet. And this is also great because it's funny, they saw me using another brand's spray, and oh, this is kind of damaged. They saw me using another brand spray and they were like, let us get you right. So this is some witch hazel, which is perfect. It's a facial mist, and I definitely just ran out of having any type of facial mist, so I will be incorporating this effective immediately. And then I even got a notification today that a package got delivered to my old house, which is so annoying because I feel like I've already updated my address, but at least I still get the notification. So I'm probably gonna pick that up over the weekend, if anything, because I'm not about to drive up there, which another story for a different day. But yeah, this is the Drink Spark Energy Plus Focus. I think it's a powder. Oh, it has 120 milligrams of caffeine. Okay, yeah, so I think it's a powder. We'll get into that more. And then lastly, this is the one that shocked me the most because I didn't even know it was coming. And it's funny because being a content creator, sometimes like you'll have been on a brand's PR list and then you see everyone else getting PR and you're like, where's mine? That was me thinking that. I'm like, dang, didn't Milk take me off their PR list? I'm already knowing this is gonna be just elites. Milk always does so good with their PR packages. Literally my favorite brand to receive anything from. You guys, did I lie? What do we have in here? Oh, a rubber band. Uh-oh, oh, this is heavy. Okay, I don't even want to look at the thingy. Let me see what all is in here. Wow, it's concealer. I just love all of these. I love anything that's like this. This is the new Hydro Gel Grip Concealer. 2 of them in the shades 11 and 12.75. Really excited for this. I'm wondering why I'm like, why was the package so big for 2 products? It's because there's more than 2 products. Literally, the whole family of Hydro Grip. Oh my gosh, this is amazing. Oh, wow, this is amazing. I have the Hydro Grip Primer, the gel tints, 2 of the gel tints, wow. And I've been using this so much too, that's crazy. The primer, as well as the Set and Refresh Spray, which is freaking amazing. Like, what? Thank you so much, Milk, if you ever watch this. But guys, I said all this to say that number one, it's not all about brand recognition, but as a creator, sometimes that does play into it. And don't let the fact that you don't feel seen make you think that you're not being seen. Because again, I was all in my feelings last night only to be reaffirmed today, but don't let the brands reaffirming you be your only sense of validation is really what I'm trying to get at. So that's something that I'm constantly working on. And you know, it feels good though, I can't lie. So I'm especially excited for these Milk products, but let me get back to work, child, because I need to eat lunch and then I need to go on a walk. Then I'm speaking with a friend tonight before going to Bible study. So yeah, check in with you guys in a little bit. Hey guys, and happy Sunday. Sunday, yes, today is Sunday. Took me a second to remember, but I'm coming to you live from going to church this morning, and I think more importantly, going to church this morning, but also coming from a place where I was able to do my morning pages and to really just like process my feelings. And it's funny because that's literally what the sermon was on today, knowing that it's like, if you allow your feelings to get in the way of like your purpose, it's a very dangerous game that you're playing. So the biggest takeaway is really knowing that our feelings should be used as indicators, but they shouldn't have the final say. Because a lot of the times, like, it's even like, let's say if you know you're going through something and you vent to a friend maybe, but then you kind of realize after that it's like, wait, like I'm not even feeling how I was feeling earlier. And then you're just realizing that it's like, sometimes it's literally the feeling that is kind of what's like holding you back in a sense, or the feeling is just something that's temporary that, you know, you will eventually just learn to not necessarily get over, but kind of once you process things, you don't feel as affected by it. So yeah, that's something that I'm learning every day, and just through practice, relearning and relearning. But I feel like it's really finally clicked to know that it's like, I am not bound to my feelings in a sense, and that it's okay to feel certain feelings, but you need to get down to what the root is of what you're actually feeling, versus just taking whatever's on the surface level and running with that. So that being said, I am going to a Galentine's lunch brunch situation today, and it's going to be at Choppin' Block, which is actually one of my favorite restaurants out here. It is I call it a Nigerian restaurant, but a lot of people call it like West African fusion sort of restaurant. So I'm looking forward to going out to that, and definitely just taking a chill approach to Sunday, because I feel like I've been like so tense lately and like not really allowing myself to like fully enjoy the pleasures and luxuries of life. So that's definitely going to be a good time. I can't remember if I was talking to y'all yesterday at all, but yeah, I can't remember. But I'm thinking that I'll also bring you guys along too, to just kind of capture a little bit of BTS, because that's kind of the thought that I had as I even picked up the camera just now, kind of being like, I feel like sometimes my vlogs be all over the place because I tend to not set a hard stop date, versus like, okay, knowing that this vlog is gonna run from Saturday to Sunday. Because I'm not gonna lie, sometimes the weeks just be going by and I either don't be having much going on, or I'm having so much going on that I don't have time to pick up the camera, or kind of a mix of both, or it's just I don't feel like being on camera, whatnot. But kind of like I told myself, it's like you said that, all right, boom, once your hair is done, you'd be showing up more. Here I am with my hair done, and granted, I already told y'all that I'm going to go ahead and get it fixed. So tomorrow, thankfully, is actually the appointment where I'll be getting it fixed. So I feel like I've also been kind of like hiding from Instagram and TikTok right now as well too. But I'm very excited for tomorrow, because then I finally will have no more excuses. And I definitely want to have a shoot day tomorrow too, which is kind of what I feel like the purpose of starting this vlog was to really show you guys kind of like the ins and outs of how I'm able to shoot content on my own, and you know, what the setup and everything looks like. So that being said, I'm not sure if I want to do my makeup for the brunch. It's actually in basically an hour, and it's literally like 5 minutes away, but I don't know, I'm just kind of like sleepy-ish. I feel like I might do something light, but I know myself, once I say something light, it's never something light. And I also don't want to be late either. I was given the real time and not the decoy time, so I feel honored. But let me check in with you guys probably at the brunch. Anytime I'm at somewhere where it kind of looks like I can get kicked out, I probably won't talk to you guys that much. But I'm loving how today's beat came out. I'm loving the fit. And right now I'm just working on getting some full body shots first before getting like more detailed hero shots. But yeah, I actually wasn't even supposed to wear the blazer as part of like the fit, but I'm thinking that for the shots where it's kind of going to be more of like focus on my face and whatnot, then I'll have the shoulders out. But for now, let's keep the blazer on. Probably do some with, some without. But yeah, let me hurry up, because something just tells me that this specific area, there's a camera right there. So I don't know. I feel like I've been kicked out of a similar spot of this building before. So let me just keep it going. Everything is coming out so nicely. Alright you guys, so I am on my second and final look, and I was gonna wear glasses with this. I don't know if it's too much red for an overkill, so one thing about me, I will always try. If I can find them, they're somewhere in this bag. Okay, here are the glasses. I feel like it might be too much, but let me just see. Y'all be asking me how I'm so confident to shoot in public. Baby, sometimes I gotta warm up to it, because literally here, there was a man just sitting there. Granted, he was already sitting there before I got there, but I mean, he didn't move, so I was like, okay, well, I just gotta keep on posing. But eventually, I shook off the nerves, and I'm like, all right, let me get this shot. Hi my loves, what a day it has been. Let me preface this with saying that I got like 30 minutes of sleep last night, like quite literally. I don't think I got anything more than that. So the day was already off to a rough start, being that I already knew it wasn't going to be like as productive as I had planned for. I really wanted to go to run club this morning, so I was kind of feeling a little bit discouraged about that. But granted, it would not have been a good run had I gone, because again, off of no sleep and just off of feeling exhausted. Like literally my eyes were so red this morning, burning, and thank God that now I'm kind of feeling a little bit rested. I feel like I took things slowly today. I did what I could, and that was enough. I also had therapy today too. I don't know if I told y'all that I started back up at therapy, but I did. And then yeah, this evening I was actually supposed to speak with my little brother. I wasn't able to connect with him, but I had a few errands that I needed to run, so I went ahead and went to Walmart. And I had the intention of going to a coffee shop to like work on some light edits, because technically I'm not really going to be posting until like Friday or Saturday. But you know, just in wanting to not overwhelm myself, or just in wanting to get a little bit of things done. But I tried out this new pizza spot, Luna Pizzeria. And y'all, the most insane thing happened and it was really good, so I'll definitely be back. But the most insane thing happened where I went to McDonald's. Mind you, I wanted to go to Tiny's Milk and Cookies because that's my favorite cookie spot. But then I'm like, no, because then you're gonna get ice cream and you're gonna get cookies. And I had like a very strict budget that I was trying to stick to. So I was like, all right, boom, I'll just go to McDonald's and I'll get like their $3 cookies, or the 3 cookies for like $3, or whatever the case is. So I get to McDonald's, and it turns out that that specific location was basically closing down early because of something in their system, whatever. And I'm not gonna lie, like I was kind of feeling like, again, just like, that's like the one thing. And again, I'm also on my cycle, so I'm giving myself a pass, but like, I was not having that. I was like, no, like I want a cookie. So I ended up going to Tiny's anyway. And what had happened was I bought my 1 cookie. I did get a mini size of the ice cream. But y'all, literally as I was just finishing up my ice cream, and I'm glad because I could have just got my ice cream, got my cookie, and then went back in my car. But something was just telling me like, sit down, sit outside, eat, enjoy your cookie, enjoy your ice cream, enjoy the moment. Just be unplugged, just be here and present with yourself. So as I'm finishing up my ice cream, the worker comes around and he's like, hey, we're giving out dozens of cookies because, you know, we're gonna be closing, and basically like, I guess they didn't want it to stay there overnight. So literally, I came home with a free 12 box of cookies, which is very dangerous because again, usually I only get 1 of these and 1 does the trick. So I'm thinking that I'll max have maybe 1 more, not tonight because I'm literally so full. I don't even know if y'all can see the bloat, but maybe not tonight, maybe 1 more tomorrow. But tomorrow's also Thursday, which means that it's Bible study day. So I'm thinking maybe I'll bring in the cookies to Bible study. I feel like that would be a good way to share and break bread, literally. So yeah, that was just really nice. So I feel like that was just a reminder to myself in the moment to remember that number one, I'm not alone in this world. And that number two, it's good to just sit and be still sometimes. And I feel like in that moment, as I was just sitting there eating my ice cream, like I was just like feeling this calm state and knowing that it's like, you're okay. You're okay. You had a day where you weren't on your 100%, but that's okay. So yeah. But yeah, at Walmart, I really just got like hangers. I got some like cleaning products and whatnot. So I'm gonna go ahead and put that away. And I will try to check in with y'all tomorrow because again, we're working. And yeah, I'll talk more tomorrow because I'm kind of tired right now, but we'll talk more tomorrow specifically about like the post that I made today for my 1000th post, which is getting so much love, and I'm truly just so thankful that it's being well received. This is all a labor of love, so I appreciate y'all. Until tomorrow. Happy Saturday, you guys. I am just getting in from the grocery store, so let me go ahead and let's do an unpack and talk, if you will. Y'all, first of all, life is funny. Let me say that. I went out last night and I think for the first time in a really long time, I'm kind of having a hangover. But this is one of those hangovers where it's like, I don't feel like death, which is great. But just more so, and like, it feels like a very like, I don't know, it felt like I needed this just to like kind of slow down and like reset and to like not take myself as seriously. So yeah, I kind of slept in this morning because first of all, I went to bed at 4 a.m. last night. I was up filming content, of course, filming content tipsy. But yeah, I slept in a little bit this morning. I had plans in the morning that I just wasn't sure on whether or not I was going to be able to make it for separate reasons that I ended up not going to, but then I was able to reschedule plans for this upcoming Wednesday with a friend, which I am excited for. And I feel like it's just nice being able to make decisions with like the present me in mind and not the me that like overcommits and like overextends myself. So yeah, that being said, it's about 3 p.m. right now, and I know that it's so beautiful outside right now, and I definitely want to go ahead and get my cardio in for the day. I wasn't sure if I wanted it to be a walk at first, or if it was going to be on the elliptical, kind of keeping things indoors, or if it was going to be even going to the gym. But being that, number one, I just came from the area of my closest gym, it's just not making sense to go back over there, at least not right now. But secondly, it's just a beautiful day outside, so I think I'm going to do an extended walk and go over to Discovery Green. But yeah, that being said, I think I will also go ahead and end today's vlog here. I think I've already said this, where it's like I kind of want the vlogs to have more structure. So I'll have a sit down with myself this weekend, as one does, to just kind of like really do an overhaul on my content. Because granted, it's like I have things that are in place, but I feel like what I need most now is my systems to be in place so it can be like a well-oiled machine. But yeah, that will be the end of this vlog, and I appreciate you guys for tuning in, for sticking with me, for just being a listening ear. It means so much more than you know. And I will catch you back with the next vlog soon.